Hey everyone, thank you for being here. This is for my social work class. I have to lead a small group discussion, and I picked the topic of how we deal with conflict because it's something every single one of us face, regardless of being at home, at work, in relationships, and honestly, just life in general. My goal today is not to get into anything too personal or uncomfortable. We're just talking about patterns, communication, and what we've learned about ourselves. And I know everybody can probably relate. I'll guide the conversation, but you can share your own comfort level of discussion, part of the discussion you want. Be comfortable. There's no right or wrong answer. This is simply a discussion. I also want this to be a safe and respectful place for everybody in the group. That way we can, relate and be open and be respectful to one another. Let's please try not to talk over each other, and let's avoid judging anyone else's experience. Everybody has grew up differently and handled things differently, and that's okay. Not everybody was born robots. We're all different. So, just to get us started, when you hear word conflict, what comes to your mind what comes to your mind personally? What's the first thing that you feel? What pops up first to you? And class, might as well start. Would anybody like to go first? Gunner, this is class. Go over there and sit down, honey.
Sit down, Gunner.
We're in class.
I'm hungry.
Answer.
I want to read.
Gotta talk.
I want to
How do you deal with problems? What do you need to do? Answer. Look at me.
To speak? No, I don't know.
How do you deal with conflict when it comes to Bubby?
What's conflict?
What's that?
Conflict is problems, issues when they arise with your brothers.
I don't know.
Figure them out. You gotta figure them out.
What do? You usually,
I do the same thing.
Figure it out.
do you usually come to your parents, to your mother and father?
Yeah.
Or do you fight with your brother?
I thought and got this.
And go to me sometimes?
Yes.
Okay. That's a good answer. Who's next?
Me. Go ahead. Right here. So when there's a problem, you gotta figure out what's the problem, and then you gotta fix the solution.
No, where I ask
If there's like a problem, like with
that's what we're talking about right now.
How do
is
you handle it?
how do you handle a conflict?
You gotta figure it out most of the time. That's all I got. You just gotta figure it out.
When you hear conflict, what comes to your mind?
Yeah.
And what's the first feeling that pops up? When you hear conflict, what comes to your mind?
Like a problem?
Okay, then what's the first feeling you get?
I'll be confused when there's a problem. Really confused, even though I don't know what's going on.
A conflict? No, you don't. What do you normally do with your brother? You get revenge, you get back, you fight, and you won't stop, and you get in trouble.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. You get angry, right?
Oh, yeah. It depends what it is, though, the problem. Because not every problem you're going to get angry at. It depends on the equation, though. Depends what's going on.
Exactly. Yeah, I did.
Because you don't always have the same emotions for every problem.
Yeah.
Now what is it?
See if that's one.
No,
Okay.
Stop.
Jamie.
Now where is it?
Jamie's
I don't like conflict. I try to walk away or just
Now it's here.
be and let it go away until there are different time to handle it.
Sir, can you please sit down? We're in class.
What if you're behind on the bills though? That's the thing though. You can't always just stop and go and do something else. You
Okay.
gotta worry about them.
What about you?
Me?
Me?
No, I'm the quiet type. I just bite my lip most of the time. Let people say whatever they want because I'd avoid conflict that way. But honestly, probably deep down, I'd say anger management. That's probably what I need half the time.
I agree. Anger management.
Anger management. Because I'm the quiet type.
You're quiet.
I'm quiet and I build up and then I explode one day.
You keep looking at me like, oh, I'm gonna hurt you or something.
No, I'm just being serious.
I mean,
I'm looking at you because I'm talking to you. You're the teacher. Of course I'm looking at you.
It's called respect.
You're the whatever
no,
you call
not
it.
with that eye
You're
look.
the social worker here.
It is hard to do this class with your family.
Mama, can I get something to drink?
Yeah, go. You're done. You can get something to drink. Go get your
Yes,
drink.
you
Come
can go
back.
get something to drink and come back.
Get your drink. Come back. And sit back down and quit.
Okay, so
Get your
with
drink
me, conflict was right before this video. There was a lot of conflict, so it's kind of hard to sit down with people that you've just had it out with and do a video as their teacher. So I'm going to do this the best that I can. It just depends on the situation. Whatever the problem is, what the conflict is. I don't know if I should be part of the video or answer the question. Okay. So basically it just depends on what it is and things like that. So, yeah.
Drink the water.
It's freezing. I'm gonna make it not freeze. Can you help?
Is that all everybody's got to say?
Not me.
Okay, then that's not all you want to say?
If you want me to.
Okay, so let's shift into talking about how we learned conflict growing up. How did we learn conflict growing up?
Yeah, Billy.
Fighting back.
Because you see it all the time.
Yeah.
In the world, all around you.
So the conflict is like how we learned it because so like here's an example. Say like if I was older and I'm an adult, right? It's like see you bought a house, right? And the bills are down. You know you gotta pay the bills because that's important. But the problem was you didn't pay the bills, so you gotta put that first also because that's the most important thing at that moment.
Yeah.
And and we learned it because there's always going to be a problem to something.
A conflict.
You can
A
have
conflict.
That
There's
That's
always,
what we're talking about. Conflict, communication conflict.
what's
one.
that?
Have that one.
Conflict is arguing, fighting, being rude to someone, things like that.
Oh,
But you're right in the sense that you're talking about. But what about how did you learn about conflict growing up, even though you're still a kid?
I learned about it because me and him when we was like younger,
I fight you like a
Yeah.
bull.
and we always used to fight more than used to.
Yeah,
fight
that's
you like a
normal.
bull
Brothers
cow.
and sisters do that. So I respect your response. For me, it was my biological father. What time I was around him growing up as a kid, he was always angry and mean and very disrespectful, and I've tried to break those generational curses from letting them come out at me. I don't just go around acting that way, but when people treat me mean or are mean to me, I too intend to be very, very rude and mean back, and letting them know how I feel, but not in a respectful way. I'm not the quiet type to sit back and then explode and really hurt somebody, and pretend to be the victim the whole time. Does anybody else want to relate?
You want to do it, guys?
Would you like to relate?
What was the question?
Like,
Something about how I
talking-
see conflict.
Okay.
Growing up.
And yeah, talking about how we learned conflict growing up. How did you learn it? Or talk about communication styles. Everyone's different. How,
You learn conflict just by turning the TV on. All you see is fighting, drugging, thugging. You walk out the door, that's all I see. Movies, that's all I see. I see it every day of my life. Videos, real world, and there's no way to avoid it. Put it on videos to try to, it makes everybody think it's cool to be a thug.
yeah. That's a good point. What about you?
I don't say mom.
Thank you for sharing. Okay.
Gunner, do you want to share?
I don't know what to say.
Do you notice any patterns when you and Bubby get into it on different days? Do you and
What's
Bubby...
happening?
It means different. Do you act different when you and Bubby have a problem each time? How? Sometimes you and Bubby might talk it out or say ouch and not fight. Sometimes you just might come to mommy. Is that patterns? That's different ways that you all act. So that's a good boy.
Because it's different every time,
Yeah. Well, good. Sir, Mr. Handshoe, can you please get on that couch? Thank you, sir. Okay.
I'm an animal.
So, how did your families deal with an environment growing up, usually dealing with conflict? What did they do when they dealt with conflict in the family? And maybe tell me what makes you shut down quickest, or what helps you feel safe enough to speak up when there's conflict.
Mom would be fighting and arguing as growing up, and then I shut down when it's somebody I'm close to or somebody I care about, just so I don't say nothing that I will regret saying after it's done and over with, or do something that I regret. And that's basically it.
That's good response. I like that. What about you?
And like the same thing, but you also said, she also said, when do you do it, what encouraged you to do it, basically. Well, the only time I will is when I'm with my parents or somebody, that I feel safe around. Like family members, basically.
Right.
And siblings, but they're still for family members.
True. What about you, Austin?
I don't know. I just ignore people, I guess. I got nothing to say. I ain't got time to waste on it. Nothing I can say is gonna make anything better anyway. Better just ignore it and let it go on.
That's how you acted growing up?
What? Conflict?
Yeah.
According to what it was. It's something.
Are you trying? What are you talking about now with arguing with me,
just
or
in general?
in general? Okay.
Just talking in general. You just ignore it because there's no sense in fighting with nobody and wasting your time on it. Unless it's worth. Unless what I was getting ready to say. Unless it's worth something to fight over. Something important. It's worth it.
But most of the time, it ain't really worth it.
Fighting for what's right. Ignoring what's wrong.
Mm-hmm.
Does anyone who hasn't shared yet want to jump in and say anything?
I didn't do nothing.
You want to share something?
So what?
Anything reflecting what I'm hearing today? It sounds like most of us have struggled with conflict, communication at some point in our life. Thank you all for sharing and being open from what everyone said. Sounds like that conflict brings up a lot of different emotions. Anxiety, frustration, stress, also opportunity for all of us to grow, right? A lot of us learn conflict from our families. And we're still working to get out of those patterns, right? I think I've done better in my life than I've ever did the past couple years of how to handle conflict. I'm not getting as angry. I'm keeping quiet more. I let most things slide as to where I used to wouldn't have. And I just completely shut people out of my life that bring chaos, drama, and negativity into my life. I don't care if it's family or who. And that's a good thing, So one big thing is we all can agree that communication styles really affect how conflict turns out. When people feel safe and heard and respected, things go smoother. And most of us said we'd like to improve at least one habit to make future conflicts healthier. And I appreciate everyone for being a part of my group discussion. You all helped me make this positive and respectful group. And that's exactly what I needed for my assignment. Thank you all so much. Please excuse my children because I am new to this town we just moved to.
Hello.
And I don't have family or friends. I had to use my husband, my sister, and my 2 younger children because I didn't have nobody. So I hope that works. Thank you.